And what's the best remedy for following up from a super intense, super tight game? Having another amazing game to follow. Up now, game 4, we have Kingston City Rollers, the Royals, up against Dragon City Roller Derby, the Chiko Rollers. Everything is running slightly behind time just because we've had a few delays with track maintenance. Shout out to the track guy who has been keeping it all safe for us out there. And a few other bits and pieces that have happened during the various games, pushing out time a little bit. But now to settle in and watch this derby game. I am Judy Bench and I am joined by...
Thank you. You're joined by Scouticus. We're here for roller derby.
All the fun. Well, we have a quick moment of time. Going through Kingston City Rollers, we have 1-2 Crush, 1-4 Code, 2-2 Screw, 2-7 Achilles Wheel, 3-5 Carnage, 4-1-9 Commander Chaos, 5-4 Bash, 6-8-5 Spider Monkey, and 1-8-2 Jack Rabbit.
And for the Chiko Rollers, we have 1-0 KTKO, 1-1 Mix Vicious, 1-1-2 Goose Lightning, 1-4 Kilbo Baggins, 1-6 Solid Rage, 4-4-4 Damage Patch Doll, number 5 Calamity June, 6-6-6 Pearl Scout, 7-7 Crackerjack, 8 Helion, 8-2 Sparks Riot, 8-6 Razorback, and number 9 Sticks and Stones.
Just waiting for everyone to get into position and to be ready. And we're away. For the first jab, we have, I believe, Kilbo Baggins for the Chicos, up against Screw for the Royals. Royals in the bright pink, Chicos in the black and red, and Screw's already onto a power jam. At the moment, no lead has been given. That's now being remedied by Screw picking up lead. KCR offering offense, leaving Screw to go up against KO, who is never one of the ones that you really want to face as your last blocker.
KO gave it a roll then, but yeah, Screw getting through, but still smiles on track, which is great.
Kilbo has returned to track. Drawback there by Bash, delaying Kilbo from getting through. And another drawback from Code. Not to be outdone, KO with the drawback on Screw. Before reforming at the front to catch again. Kilbo out on their initial, just as Screw has called off the jam.
Both blocks looking really solid in that jam. It was only the first jam. It feels like a lot happened then. Including 8 points to the Royals.
I do have to say this one just purely because it is one of my favourite names to say. Spider Monkey is lining up.
It's a good name.
Got to give it the emphasis. So Spider Monkey for KCR up against...
It's Damage Patch Doll, number 444 for the Chiko Rollers. Spider Monkey is out for lead. Spider Monkey calling that one off after some solid bench coach commands there. They're like, call. Take those 4 points. Thank you very much.
It also really helps when you have a mirror on the side, also yelling the call directions like Chiko's.
So we have Goose Lightning to jam for the Chiko Rollers. And is that Jackrabbit to jam for the Royals? Actually, I was talking to Mayhem, who's on the bench before the game, saying, yes, that is not Mayhem on the track.
I went, ooh, 182, that's Mayhem. No, wait, that's not Mayhem.
Is Jackrabbit playing in Mayhem style, which is pretty cool.
The psychological advantage of, oh, it's this player. Oh, no, wait, hang on, no, it's someone else. And for the next jam, we're going back to the two who started it off for us. Kilbo versus Screw. This time we've had the reverse, Kilbo picking up lead.
Sometimes it just takes that, that first jam, just get the nerves out of the system. I like to call it the first pancake, when you're making pancakes. And so the first one is just a practice one.
Why is it? Why is it always the first one that you always have trouble with?
I actually think it's because your heat isn't right yet. It's the heat. It's the amount of oil, stickiness in the pan. There's factors. I'm sure it's very scientific.
Ooh, and that is a very, very strong tripod there that Screw is having to try and work their way through.
Yeah, that is amazing blocking from the Chiko Rollers.
However, we had Code coming through with some offense to try and break things up. And while that was all happening, Kilbo unfortunately picking up another penalty. June making it very difficult for Screw. And unfortunately, we've had a couple of Chikos ending up in the penalty box, so...
I was about to say the same thing. Bit of a busy penalty box happening over there, which I didn't realise it's almost a full beach box. We've got two salty beaches NSOing in the penalty box. So shout out to Panda and Griff with they're in solid hands with their PBM being Killer Pearls, who's from
Southsea.
Yeah, there you go. It's a very sea-themed penalty box, maybe.
That was a 12-8 jam. Royals now on 27, Chiko's on 9. I do believe that's Damage Patch Doll lining up.
Yes, we have Damage Patch Doll, number 444 in the black for the Chiko Rollers, and number 685 Spider Monkey in the pink for KCR Royals.
Just a quick interruption for our viewers who are here in person and previous players. There has been some jewellery handed in to the front. Please, if you are missing a necklace, go and check to see if it's yours.
It's lost property. I actually enjoy sometimes the little the photos we get of the lost property at the end of a derby event day. You're like, who owns all these things?
And then you get the whole, I think it's so-and-so's, I think it's so-and-so's. Is it so-and-so's? No, it's not mine. But it is. Oh no, hang on.
Or you got love the very helpful, that's not mine. No, okay.
Ooh, this is going to be an interesting matchup. We have Jack Rabbit up against Goose Lightning.
I actually do remember both of them coming up at, I feel like, similar times through ModCon.
I believe there definitely was an overlap.
Yeah.
Goose, I think, got through a bit quicker, just purely because they had actually started a little bit earlier.
There we go. Jack Rabbit, number 182, not Mayhem. I would say not. It's not Mayhem. Taking lead there.
Ooh, Star Pass. We have a KO now jamming.
Jack Rabbit having absolutely none of that. Pull that one off. No, thank you.
I mean,
Yeah.
same. I don't know why it's KO with the star. It's just intimidating.
Yeah. Official timeout for some track repair.
Maureen with the quick spot. JR coming in with the tape. And while we're having this official timeout, just a reminder, the raffle is being drawn at about 5 o'clock. So make sure that you pick up your tickets. This is your last game to pick them up in, because they will be drawn before the final game of the day.
You gotta be in it to win it. Get those raffle tickets.
And we're back to Kilbo versus Screw. Beautiful offense there from Bash to allow Screw through to pick up lead. Oh, beautiful star pass there. Solid Rage in the right position to take a very sneaky star pass.
I do love a good star pass. When they work, they work. Right.
Well, I would consider that one working as they picked up points.
Yeah.
And we are going to have a micro pack for the Chicos out there. But when in doubt, who do you send out from the Chicos? KO.
That was a very even jam too, with 8 points aside.
And we have Damage Patch Doll up against Spider Monkey.
Damage match goal. It's really good move up the inside. That Spider Monkey take, yes, we'll take those 4 points. Pull that one off.
Do believe we have a signal coming in from there, potentially an official review. I do believe. I think I'm going to go have a little sticky beak.
Excellent. I might have a little bit of a break.
Okay, so it appears that that official review might have been used as a timeout. But we now have Goose Lightning out there up against Jackrabbit. Code making it very difficult for Goose to get through, but managing to pick up lead now. A few people hitting the ground, but everyone getting back up safely. Points on the board now for Goose Lightning. And I believe they are on a power jam now. They have been trying to take Code as a goat, but Code's awareness has drawn the rest of the KCR blockers to the back when they were drawing back Goose Lightning, so they were able to reform together. And it looks like they have opted to ice the jammer Jackrabbit in the penalty box.
Solid strategy, but also I was just admiring the track awareness from both sides there as well in that jam, and we've got perfect view over here too. It's like, yeah, wow, everyone.
We will be having another bit of a timeout here as there is some track maintenance done. Okay, we're just having a quick look over as what's going on. Yeah, it does appear to just be the track maintenance. I was just checking to see if it was official timeout up there or not. Did I miss anything? Did I have to run?
So that was an 8-point jam for the Chiko Rollers, putting them on 25 points. And KCR's Royal sitting on 43. Shall we shout out to our official awesome officials?
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
We have Intensive Clare Unit.
Also head NSO for the game.
Yeah. Hypodermic, Pancakes, Crystal. Now, I do have Jackrabbit down as being an NSO, however, they are filling in for Kingston as they had a couple of very late dropouts. Detention, Killer Curls, Griff, Panda, and Abby Normal.
Yes, that was our non-skating officials, and our skating officials. We have Corey, we have Maureen, we have Beck, Murderface, Mish Demeanor, Miss Cray Cray, Gary, and Ellie. Hopefully we haven't missed anyone.
So Damage Patch Doll taking the Power Jam start. Picking up lead. Great awareness by Razorback as to the re-entry of the Kingston jammer, Jackrabbit. Both jammers with speed heading around.
That's what I like to call a floor off. Pulling that one off the floor.
Yep. A little bit of a visibility difficulty there when trying to do that. You've got to make sure that the right people are looking.
And big hands always help. Both sides picking up some points there. 3 points to the Royals, putting them on 46, and another 2 points for the Chiko Rollers, putting them on 27. This jammer lineup feels familiar.
Just had it a couple of times.
Just a couple. We have Kilbo Baggins and we have Screw. Screw getting, recycle to the back of the pack. A little bit accidental. Chiko on Chiko crime there.
When your jammer mistakes the blocker, that is your own teammate. Nice awareness there by Kilbo to ensure that they safely re-entered the track. Achilles coming up to provide some offense. A little bit of a tumble in the middle. Star pass has occurred, so we now have Code as the jammer for Kingston.
Kilbo waiting to get that information from the bench there. Like a good jammer. So yes, confirm that. Let's pull that one off. So Code becoming the jammer from that side pass for Royals, but not given the chance to pick up any points. Team timeout called by KCR.
I do like that they realise that we do have a brand new jam timer in the middle, so they came in, it was nice and polite, waited, and then went, now we're calling it. No one could miss it.
Yeah. So a reminder to get those raffle tickets. I do believe that the prizes have been donated by our generous stall holders today.
I believe so, yes. And there has been some very interesting stall holders over there, although I do believe some have already packed up, unfortunately. But then again, it has been a long day of derby so far.
It was looking really busy this morning. It was almost like having a little mini market in here.
It was brilliant.
Yeah.
I unfortunately did not have enough time to actually really peruse properly.
Me neither.
And it's one of those scenes where it's like, oh yeah, I'll do it in my break. Oh wait, where's the break gone?
I was fortunate. I did get a break, and I did get to have another coffee from that awesome coffee man outside, and some speeds. But well done to our host with the most today, that being Ballarat.
Ballarat has put on a delicious show, shall we say. The cake stall has been phenomenal.
And cake's left, I might have to get some for at half
And
time.
who can say no to a good old snack?
I did say no, but it smelled pretty good.
Lots of tumbles, lots of spills, and a goose picking up lead. Spider monkey. I didn't realise that it was the animal group out there.
A monkey and a goose started on the jam line. Sure that.
Both jammers picking up some points there. However, Spider is still stuck in the pack, and as a good commentator curse, managing to exit just after I said still stuck in the pack.
Yeah, Spider Monkey having to work hard for that one, and just when you think you're through, and it's like, there's a KO again.
The bane of so many jammers' existence.
actually both sides working and really making the jammers really work for it. That was a spider monkey around the inside.
The first call yell from the bench got ignored. Second one still didn't hear. Third one finally took action. Which meant that we ended up with an 8-8 jam.
It was, even jam.
Chiko's pulling the lead in.
Yeah, I feel like KCR started really strong. We've got a few good jams in there, picking up more points. But yeah, Chiko's, it's anyone's game still. It's roller derby. You only do things 2 minutes at a time.
Okay, we're just going to take a quick break as we need to. And we have, I believe, Kilbo up against a Jackrabbit. Jackrabbit picking up lead for KCR.
That's right, that's not Mayhem. That is Jackrabbit wearing Mayhem's top.
Oh, and that is a very powerful tripod that Kilbo's been stuck behind. When you have Commander Chaos, Achilles, and Crush all together, does definitely mean a workout.
A soul-crushing experience, I think.
Especially when you think you got out, Code's waiting.
Oh, yeah, it's even worse. No one wants that.
We have had a start pass. Once again, as soon as it's gotten into KO's hands, they pull it off.
I just want to see KO get some points.
When you bench coach, would you risk it?
No, that is
allowing
correct.
KO to pick up points?
No, that is true.
Especially when the scores aren't out of the realms of possibility.
Yes, it's true. It is close, and don't want to risk that one. So we have Battle of the Animal Jammers again. We have Spider Monkey up against Goose Lightning. Goose Lightning out for lead for Chiko Rollers. Jumpy jump there on the inside. And yeah, the Royals jammer. Now having to experience a really tough Chiko Rollers ball. Range from the Chiko Rollers as a pivot doing, some awesome solid rage, I believe. Yeah, number 16 doing some fantastic over there. Messing things up. Yeah, unfortunately for KCR, we did have a start pass to the pivot to Code, who's then unfortunately picked up a cut track and now be sitting in the box as KCR's jammer.
Huge jam there by Goose.
Look at 19, is that 19-point jam? Wow, wow, wow.
I do believe we might be having an official review. I will be back.
Yes, I'll take a quick break while Judy Betch goes and, susses things out.
Okay, so in that situation, there was a bit of a discussion over who went out where, who entered where, as to whether or not there should have been a cut penalty assigned. Unfortunately for KCR, the review was declined, and so everything stayed as was.
So, we have damage patch goal claiming for Chiko Rollers. They do have the lead, picking up some points, and we would have had Code from KCR starting as the jammer from the penalty box. Who I do believe has passed the star to the pivot, making Crush the jammer.
And that was a lovely bit of technically pivot on pivot, well, pivot on jammer, with KO making it very, very difficult for Crush to get out. We have just over 6 minutes left of this half.
time flies when you're having fun or watching derby.
And we have the familiar lineup of Screw versus Kilbo. Chicos do have a very slight pack advantage.
Oh man, Kilbo's footwork kills me. It's so smooth. Like Uso goes, there's a bit of a little, toe stop, run on the spot, and then build up a bit of momentum, and then stuff at the pack. Does some spinny winnies coming through. Gets out lead.
Spinny winnies, okay. I need to keep that in mind.
GSS, spinny winnies. Technical term.
Again, the awareness of, I know this is going to be a very quick hit and quit it. Entering backwards, trying to maximise hip versus hip. And we've had in the last couple of jams a lead change. So Chicos are now sitting on 74 to the Royals 62. We have Jackrabbit up against Goose Lightning.
Yeah, we've had a couple of back-to-back jams where Chiko Rollers have kept KCR from scoring, so protecting those points. Because in roller derby, it's just as important, if not more important, than getting the points. Again, formidable KDKO, really making the KCR jammers work for it.
I do like that. It was, to begin with, it was Nick's Vicious and KO, and Nick's just like, no, you take it the last step. Like, yep, same. And we do appear to be having a bit of an old school pivot start. Now that actually worked a little bit in favour earlier, as a couple of people were unaware of the ruling and got called for a false start and had to yield their position. But while there is some truck maintenance, teams are taking advantage of some last-minute conversations between packs. And poor Damage Patch Doll went to go and talk to her blockers and got told to go back. We're doing secret blocker, listeners. You don't need to hear us.
And that's okay. It's worked because
it worked 100%.
Yeah, clear. That was a clear path.
That was beautiful.
So the secret blocker business worked.
Spider Monkey still with star in hand, managing to get out for their initial. Couple of whistles being blown. Damage Patch Doll doing a lovely side surf through.
Right.
Spider Monkey going, yep, that's okay. I don't need to be showy. I have juky ability.
That's some amazing, quick, agile blocking by Calamity June for Chiko Rollers as well.
But we are going to start this jam with only 2 Chicos out there.
Yeah, just visiting the seaside box.
Well, who wouldn't want to be beside the seaside? Kilwer was like, yeah, that's not going to bother me. I can get through no cobs. And a last second hit out made them have to reset. that's okay. Jackrabbit's like, yep, I'm going to make full advantage of this. Let's go for the points. Let's go and see what we can do. Kilbo with good track awareness, managing to avoid being called for a cut penalty. Oh, beautiful timing there for the direction of call to Jackrabbit, as they were trying to make sure that they got their blocker out of the penalty box. So by the time they actually heard the instruction and called it off, it worked to their advantage.
Sure did. For a moment then I was thinking, ooh, are they going to, pull it off and not pick up any points? But no, it's very even, 4 points aside. So a score up there with Kingston City Royals sitting on 70 points and Chiko Rollers, Dragon City sitting on 84. There's the screw. Lead jammer for KCR right now. And Goose Lightning is jamming for the Chiko Rollers. Maybe looking at intermission. I'm just going to check the scores. There's an 8-point jam to KCR, putting them on 78, and 4-point jam to Chiko Rollers, putting them on 88. Is that 10 points in it?
As I said earlier at the start, how do you follow up one tight, intense game? You have a second.
Makes Derby more exciting. That's a rolling whistle for intermission. We'll be back soon.
Probably in about 13 minutes. Okay, we are about to start the second half of the KCR Royals versus the Dragon City Chiko Rollers. While I have a moment, I'm going to quickly plug Hawkeye's Faces of Roller Derby book again. Check out their Facebook page as the Kickstarter is about to be launched, so stay on top of it, especially considering that there are going to be many, many recognisable familiar faces in it. And we are starting the second half with Spider Monkey up against Kilbo Baggins.
This is sure to be an excellent half of roller derby. And still one more game after this one. Yeah. There are still baked goods over there too for your purchasing and the eating. And they all look awesome. So Spider Monkey is our lead jammer for KCR's Royals. Playing in the pink today. KCR's blockers doing really well to keep Kilbo Baggins, the jammer for the Chiko Rollers, from getting through. To the point where there has been a star pass to the Chiko Rollers pivot, KDKO. I love seeing KO wearing the star. Still smiles. I believe that's been another lead change. Big jam for Spider Monkey and the Royals, picking up 16 points, putting them on 94, and keeping Chiko Rollers from scoring in that one. They're sitting on 88.
I have had a request from Ballarat Roller Derby. Along with the raffles, they have guess the number of ducks in a bucket.
What?
Yeah.
I did not see this.
The guesses are $1 each. It will be drawn at 5 o'clock along with the raffle. So if you consider yourself...
Do you win the ducks in the bucket?
Consider yourself, if you think you can count numbers very quickly without making it obvious, go over and guess how many ducks are in the bucket.
But I want to win the ducks.
I think you do.
Oh, okay.
I think so.
All right.
I just got told to say,
So it's
go and guess it.
All right. I may have to go do that. Also, I believe the raffle's being drawn at 5 o'clock. Not 5 o'clock. So, still got time to do that. And as we said earlier, there's some many prizes that have been donated by the fabulous stall holders here today. And yeah, this place was bustling earlier this morning. A bit like a little market in here, with many stall holders and all their wares. And Ballarat, our hosts for today, certainly know how to put on a good event too. So Jackrabbit was the lead jammer, picking up some points, calling that one off. Be nice and short, another 4 points on the board. Extending their lead a little bit, back to 10 points in it. back to our animal-themed jammers. We have a spider monkey and a goose lightning.
I'm really, really liking this pairing. It's a lot of fun because both of them just do incredible things with their footwork. Goose picking up lead. KO making Spider Monkey's life very difficult. Points on the board for Goose, calling it off before Spider Monkey could hit the pack again. So that was a 4-0 in favour of the Chicos, meaning it's a 6-point game.
This is great. Each jam is like back and forth, very evenly matched. And looking at jam next, we have in the pink, that's not Mayhem, that is Jack Rabbit, 182 to jam for Kingston City Royals. And we have number 14 in the black, Kilbo, back in jamming for Chiko Rollers to let Kilbo the fancy little run. So stop running up the inside, finding that clear path. Only now to be met by some solid KCR blockers.
This game, KCR has definitely been living up to their motto of a tiny but mighty. Skating with 9 today. But this is something that the older KCR skaters have done for many a year and understand that it can be tough, but we keep going.
Absolutely. And we've gone for another lead change. 8-point jam there for Chiko Rollers, putting them on 100, breaking those triple figures and keeping the Royals from scoring in that jam. They're sitting on 98. So 2 points in it.
I like close games when it's not my team involved.
Exactly. Look at us. Not our team. You're calling it as we see it. And yeah, so keep it close. It's fun.
And we've got Damage Patch Doll with the lead. We do have a bit of a star stash happening for Screw. Damage Patch Doll making their way out with points on the board. Good awareness there by, who was that? That was Solid Rage, knowing exactly who it was that had hit Damage Patch Doll out, so they could stop the drawback from happening, allowing them to re-enter a lot sooner.
Do you believe we've had a star pass to Kingston? But pulling that one off. Code barely having the star covering their stripe, and no points for Code.
And that was a beautiful 11 points there for Damage Patch Doll.
I just love patterns of numbers. Look at that. We have 11 points, putting Chiko Rollers on 111.
1-1, 1-1, 1. Angel number if anyone who's into that side of things.
So another animal-themed jammer. I know, Jack Rabbit and Goose Lightning. I had a Jack Rabbit once.
The more you know.
Hey?
The more you know.
Little white one with red eyes, little albino, called Jack.
Bash there with a great drawback on Goose Lightning. At this stage, I'm going to put forward a commentator's curse by saying no lead has been assigned. And look at that. Goose Lightning picking up lead. Jack Rabbit not too far behind.
I may be wrong, but I feel like there's only been one jam in this game, maybe where Goose Lightning was jamming but did not get lead. Like, they're pretty good success rate, I reckon.
They are one of those very hard to stop, because as soon as you think you're in the right position, toe stops, juke around, let's go.
Yeah.
And that burst of speed.
Yes, exactly.
But we've also got Spider Monkey who can do similar, and they're lining up for KCR, up against Kilbo, who will look a bit more at the brute force pushy tactic to get through the pack. Not to say that they don't have good juking ability, it's just...
Takes all kinds.
Exactly.
Yeah. We can't have jammers who are all exactly the same, because then the game would be really, really predictable.
Exactly.
So we need pushy ones, we need jukey ones, we need what ones I like to call don't touch me jammers.
Code with the drawback there again. Spider Monkey picking up lead. And we have had another star pass. This time Solid Rage has taken the star. Spider Monkey well aware of it, calling it off. Ensuring no points given away.
So Royals have broken the triple figures. 2-point jam there, putting them on 100.
You gotta love when points protection is in play.
Absolutely.
This is when it gets very, very tight, very tactical.
As it should be. I mean, it's fun. It's good to have fun as well, but also, you're like,
This is for a place in the game of first and second next round in the grand final.
So finals will be on. I've checked it earlier to make sure. October 25th.
And down in Geelong.
Yeah, at leisure time. Yeah. Yeah, with Geelong hosting, should be good. They also put on a good event.
They do.
Yeah. But it feels kind of nice. It's like, about 5 weeks, 6 weeks maybe, till the finals. But also that time will fly so quick.
Well, there's lots happening in the lead up to it, such as Border Clash for the juniors.
Yes, Border Clash.
There's also, a couple of the Victorian teams going to Tropicana, up in Queensland.
Oh, when is Trop?
It is, I believe, the 8th and 9th of October, 8th, 9th and 10th.
Oh, and Mayhem from the Royals bench has told me that they're headed, I think 2 of the KCR teams are headed to Perth.
Yep, so they're going over to the West Coast Invitational, I think it's called.
That sounds familiar, yeah.
And then we also have the Metro season for the Division 1 teams in Victoria. So lots happening between now and the final.
True, and then it doesn't stop with our Statewide Stampede finals as well, because there's more derby. I know we're very excited. We've got Gippsland Pride Cup in November. That's
definitely
probably my favourite event of the year.
I do know that there are a couple of home games and Halloween events and Christmas events, because everyone loves their Christmas event.
Geelong puts on their good Christmas event. Yeah, I think that's early December, I want to say.
Yeah, and I believe South Sea's doing a Christmas one as well. South Sea's also doing a Halloween event. So yeah, it's non-stop derby from now until the end of the year.
Yeah, it truly is.
And I think KCR's probably got another lot of home games. I know VRDL's got some home games coming up and some gender and story games as well.
Yes, they'll be playing at Pride Cup as well.
Yep, and I believe there is talks for at least 1 or 2 games for them this year. So yeah.
Yeah, the best way to find where all the derby's happening is just to follow
every
every
team.
club on the socials, and yeah, that's where you'll see what's happening in the derby world.
Become friends with an official, or become an official, because we always need more officials.
True that.
And you get invited to all the cool things.
True, you do get, by the official community, you do get a heads up on all the cool things that are happening as well.
Yeah.
And derby cannot happen without our officials.
Goose Lightning with lead there. Up against Screw.
Oh, big
Some
hit.
big hits coming into play now. 17 minutes left of the half. Well, of the game, I should say. And it is a tight game still, although Goose is going to do their darndest to make sure that they put up a bit of a lead. Achilles returning from the penalty box to shore up the KCR tripod as they're trying to slow Goose Lightning down. Screw working on the last 2 blockers at the front. Getting through on their initial.
Calling that one.
I will say there was a little bit of a delay in Goose hearing that, but Calamity, Nix and Hellion realised what was going on and rushed to the front to protect their points there. Good awareness by them. So we now have a 20-point difference. Chiko Rollers on 122 to the Royals 102.
We have a team timeout.
By the
Few
Royals. Yeah. Okay. We now have Spider Monkey up against Kilbo Baggins. When you've got the blocker trying to stop the line from being open, and Spider Monkey just slips on through, going, nope, you didn't go over the line, so there was a gap.
I know it is, but they just look so smooth out there that I'm kind of in my head thinking slippery. like they kind of just slink through. I don't know.
One of those people where it's just like, how did you even see that, let alone manage to fit your whole body through there? Because, you know, it was like a centimetre.
maybe one of those jammers, maybe like cats, fluid. Fluid, you know.
The fluid dynamics.
Yeah, I think it's fluid.
Okay, once again we had a pivot line start, and again we had a false start for it. So we've had some players have to yield. However, that has worked in the advantage of Damage Patch Doll as they got through for lead. Jackrabbit trying their hardest to get through the tripod at the front. Bash with some offense there. Solid Rage living up to their name.
Yep. Jackrabbit being recycled there.
Bit of uncertainty in regards to whether or not they were okay to stand up and keep going. So Damage Patch Doll doing the safe option.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too. I'm like, yeah, when in doubt.
As I put it, you cannot score points if you were sitting in the penalty box.
That is true. That is true.
You know, if you knock back, I would prefer you take a couple of seconds to reset and come through safely, rather than spend 30 seconds plus not being able to score.
I think we've got a team timeout.
At this time to the Chicos, I believe.
Reminder to get your raffle tickets. It'll be drawn soon.
So probably won't be exactly at 5 as some games have been running late. However, in between this game and the TRV versus Firetails game, it will be drawn, as well as the drawing as to who guessed the number of ducks in the bucket. Keep in mind that there are still some very yummy goods over there from the bake sale, including several gluten-free type options. I noticed that earlier. There was a good spread of allergy-aware options. I kind of feel like Spider Monkey just put themselves in the naughty corner. They stood off to the side. Head down, looking ashamed. But now they're back into game mode. Slender enjoying the bops on the side. Goose Lightning, living up to the Lightning aspect, getting through, getting lead, getting points.
We have the goose and the monkey.
Unfortunately, the Spider Monkey has been caught in a web.
Oh.
But the commentator's curse once again comes into play as they get out.
I mean, is it a curse or is it... Maybe it's a blessing.
It's a blessing to the players, it is a curse to the commentator.
Yeah.
You're just about to make this whole wisdom point, and...
Then they kind of make a liar out of you, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. The 10-point jam for Chiko Rollers, extending their lead a bit, putting them on 139 points. And KCR's Royal sitting on 102.
That's like when you're in the penalty box as one of the NSOs, you never mention it's quiet.
No, never anywhere say the Q word.
It doesn't work.
No, it will turn so quickly.
It is the quickest way to be overwhelmed.
Yeah, exactly.
And I fully expect if things do get busy over in the penalty box, girls will have a word with me later for saying that word. Kilbo picking up lead. It does appear like Crackerjack and KO are making Jackrabbit's life very, very difficult.
Yeah.
Razorback doing the patrolling, making sure that there's no sneaky
Wow.
sneaky
Nice.
passes.
That was a nice pass by Kilbo.
Jam's been called off. That was how many points there? Just seeing if there's any last minutes. No, we've got another 2 points. So Chiko's starting to cement their lead a little bit. I mean, it's still not out of the realms of impossibility.
No, it's Derby. Anything can happen.
But you would prefer to have a 43-point lead than not.
This is true.
We are having another track maintenance official timeout. Once again, huge thank you for those keeping an eye out on where the track has been lifted and keeping it nice and safe for everyone. And speaking of keeping things safe, once again, we do have to thank the amazing Deadly Sports Plus for our incredible first aiders, medics, everyone. They are, I believe, Indigenous owned and operated.
And they seriously do some travel for our competition alone, you know.
And they are the first aid that roller derby does trust because they know the sport. Screw managing to pick up lead while we were talking, up against a damage patch doll. And calling the jam off. Picking up 2 points there. Again, it's this whole risk versus reward.
Yeah.
Trying to get as many points as you can up to pulling the deficit, but not give away too much.
So there was a rabbit and a goose. No, it's the start of probably a very poor joke with no ending. But we do have Goose Lightning taking the lead there for the Chiko Rollers.
Nick's trying to slow down Jackrabbit. Unfortunately, Jackrabbit brushed them off. I say unfortunately for Nix. Not unfortunately for Goose. Not Goose, Jackrabbit. Oh my goodness, I'm getting confused by the animals out there.
Right, there's a few animals, but
It's been a long day for me.
Yeah, and you're going to be calling the next game as
I'm
well.
I'm calling the next one as well.
Yeah.
So I've been here from the start. I've benched, I've done last game, I've done this game, and then I've got next game.
This is a lot of derby.
Plus, you know, the drive here and the drive home.
The things we do now on our weekends.
It's not a hobby, it's a passion.
It's true, yeah. It's true. And it's never just a little bit of derby. It's you're all in or you're not.
And just when you think you're out, you're dragged back in.
Every time. Every time.
And in the meantime, we've had Kilbo Baggins up against Spider Monkey. Kilbo getting lead, picking up 4 points, calling it off.
We have a team timeout.
I am just looking over at the warm-up area, and I just noticed that Cyclo is looking like she has as much energy as what she did during the game that she played earlier.
PCR. Cyclo is from Geelong, so part of PCR team. It looks like we'll be guesting, not the first time that she's been guesting for KRV, but you know, this is light off for Cyclo. I've seen her do like a spare 5 games.
Oh yeah. I know, but it's just, how do you have that much energy when you've been here pretty much the whole day?
It's the youth.
The youth, okay.
The youth, yeah. The youth.
I just thought maybe caffeine.
Just to be young again.
Well, I'm just loving looking over there, and it's like a little huddle of team, and then another little huddle of team, and then we've got 2 dazzles of zebras.
Yeah. Some groupings happening everywhere.
And then we're stuck over here with our own group. We don't need anyone else. But yes, dazzle is the correct term.
Yes, for a group of zebras.
Although her does also work.
Yeah.
But when it comes to roller derby, dazzle is definitely the description.
I like it.
Damage patch doll picking up lead. Screw not far behind. Hit the ground and hold it off.
Floor off. It just looks fancy.
Especially when you've got the skirt and like as you're hitting the ground, it's like wavy, flowy kind of feeling.
Yeah.
We do have just over 6.5 minutes left.
A nice little, every point counts. 1 point jam for Chiko Rollers, putting them on 154. Royals on 104. I can math that one, that's 50 points. I swear I used to be good at math. The older I get, worse I get at math, I think.
That was Hypodermic and myself in the last game going, I think the math says this. Yes. I'm not good at math, but I worked that one out.
Yeah.
Goose with lead.
Yes, we have the goose and the rabbit.
That was beautiful footwork there. A little hop, skip and jump through. Jackrabbit now on their initial. Points protection from Goose, calling it off. Sacrificing the fact that they are going to start this jam 1 blocker down. Gotta love when you get some love from the OPRs as they skate on past. It's like, we're remembered.
Yeah.
And now we've got Spider Monkey and Kilbo Baggins. This pairing has gone either way. Like, you cannot say for certain who's really been dominant out of this pairing.
No.
Spider Monkey picking up lead. Kilbo doing a little bit of 5th offense. Not 5th offense, 5th blocker. I'm getting my words tumbled around a little bit.
You'll forgive it.
KO and Hellion as the last 2 blockers trying to hold Spider Monkey back. Being very aware of when they do need to drop the next link.
KO.
Oh, but you have to give it.
It always looks like she's having fun.
Yeah. When you're doing a duke off against KO and KO's like, I'm going to guess which way you're going to go, and you just scoot on past.
Yeah. I was going for a bit, and my eyes were just transfixed on KO's wheels. Like,
So after some incredible work against a very, very solid tripod, Kilbo has now gotten out of the pack. However, Spider Monkey is still picking up points as the lead jammer.
That was a really solid jam for KCR.
That was an 8-2 jam, I believe. That was a very, very solid jam, where it was only in the last couple of seconds of the jam, you know, anything really happened kind of situation. And by that, I don't mean nothing happened earlier. It was so solid that you couldn't see anything happen.
Everyone's just doing the things, doing the derby. But yeah, but mad props to KCR. They are much thinner numbers later on than Chiko Rollers, and yeah.
I'm just going to interrupt you there as the two jammers were skating right next to each other, massive smiles on their faces. They're having a ball out there. At the end of the day, yes, it is a very competitive sport. Yes, we want to win, but we're having fun.
Yeah, having fun and making derby happen and just creating those opportunities for people. So it's 2 points for KCR, putting them on 114, and a 7-point jam for the Chiko Rollers, putting them on 171.
Unfortunately, I do think the lead is a little bit too much to do
Anything can happen.
in a minute and a half.
Anything can happen.
Oh, I know.
It's derby. We've seen some things.
we have. It's just, while still technically in the realms of, it is unlikely.
Yeah. And we do have a Goose Lightning lead for Chiko Rollers.
But both jammers are eligible to score at the moment. So Screw has returned to the pack and picked up 4 points as well. So this is the eternal, do we run it? Do we make this the final jam, or do we want to be sneaky and try and get one more in there?
I feel like that kind of happened with our game. It was like, I'll be prepared. I reckon we've got a couple of jams. I thought, like, oh, no, this will be his last jam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun to do, but at the same time, you've got to be aware of the position your skaters have been in.
Exactly.
And, like, when it is such a lead at the moment, sometimes it's just better to end it.
Yeah.
Let the clock run out. You're putting up points, they're putting up points, but you're holding it reasonably even.
And you also want to make sure that, you know, everyone's in a position to do it all again in 6 weeks' time, and plus all the other cool events happening between now and then as well.
Exactly.
What a way to finish.
And that was very much, there was the countdown from the Chiko's team as a whole to let them know when the period clock had hit 0, so they could call it off.
Yeah, so it's a 15-point jam for KCR, putting them on 129 points, and 12-point jam for Chiko Rollers, putting them on 183.
We are just waiting for the rolling whistle for this to be finalised. However, it does appear like the game in the grand final for 1 and 2 is going to be Ballarat versus Chiko's.
Oh, that would be fun. That'd be interesting.
And there's the rolling whistle.
It's gone silence.
Yeah, very much so. So we will leave you there. I will be back to round out the day commentating for the Diamond Fire Tales and
Team Regional Victoria.
Yeah.
Awesome. I've been Scarticus.
I've been Judy Bench, and stick around. There's still more to go, And for those in venue, the raffle and the duck bucket will be drawn shortly.
I'm going to see if I can go count some ducks.